Today's lesson is 12.3 and 12.4, subtracting fractions with like denominators. The objective for today is that I will use models and computation to subtract fractions with like denominators. And just another quick review, denominators are the bottom numbers in our fraction. When we're talking about like denominators, we're talking about denominators that are the same on both of my two fractions or even three fractions that I might be adding. So looking at this problem, I want you to write down the numbers or the fractions that we're working with when I read it. You use 4/6 of a sheet of construction paper to make decoration. How much of the sheet is left? Simplify if needed. Well, for this type of problem, we are going to be subtracting 4/6 from my total. And when I think about one whole, so if I have the entire sheet of construction paper, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total pieces. The denominator tells me the number of pieces that I have total. So if I'm subtracting from one whole, I would actually be subtracting from the fraction 6/6. So 6/6 minus 4/6, well, if my denominator stays the same, if my denominator is the same in both of the numbers I'm subtracting, it will stay the same in the answer. Then 6 minus 4 gives me 2. Well, now it does say to simplify if needed. Well, simplifying means that I'm going to make my fraction even smaller. So I have to divide by the same number on top and the same number on bottom. Well, they're both even, so I know that I can divide by 2. 2 divided by 2 would be 1. 6 divided by 2 would be 3. So there would be 1/3 of the sheet of construction paper left. Let's try this one. Go ahead and write this problem down in your notes. So for this one, it says, show how to find the difference of 7/8 minus 3/8. Well, looking at my model, you can draw this if it helps you. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total. So that means that I'm starting with my 7/8. So I have 7 total, and I'm taking away 1, 2, and 3. So I'm looking at what is left. So that means I would end up with 4 of the 8 total left. Again, I need to simplify when it says simplify if needed. Well, I have to think to myself, the first thing I like to think to myself, well, they're both even. I know I can divide by 2, but can 4 go into 8? If it can, I want to just divide by that number. So 4 divided by 4 would be 1. 8 divided by 4 would give me 2. So it actually would end up with 1/2. This one says, Chris wants to walk 8/10 of a mile to the park. He's already walked 5/10 of a mile. How much further does he have to walk? Well, he wants to go for a total of 8/10. So I subtract what he wants to do total minus what he's already done to figure out what he has left. Again, denominator is the same, so I'm going to leave that the same. 8 minus 5 would give me 3/10. So 3/10 of a mile is what he would have left. Now, let's do some guided practice problems together. I want you to go ahead and write down 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, on number 1, I've got 4/4 minus 1/4. It does say to simplify if needed, so I need to keep that in mind when I solve my problem. So on this first one, 4 minus 1 would give me 3. My denominator would stay the same, so that fraction would be 3/4. I would like for you to give number 2, 3, and 4 a try. Give it a try simplifying to get your final answers. Have those ready to go in your notes.